Good evening. My second video post. I had planned to say something about compassion because I have some important points about compassion. My passion is compassion, and another passion of mine for a long time is happiness, and I was mirrored in that happiness by a lovely gentleman that I was talking to the other day, and he said in a very positive way, which I found very comforting, that I seem to be really good at being happy. There you go. And he's right. It has to do with a very conscious decision that I made in my very early 20s. That's a story for another time. But yes, I am very good at being happy on purpose. What I wanted to say about happiness is that my experience, my journey through learning to be happy, again, it could be said, because if you, for a moment, you remember children, right? Children, they are born very easily, very close to being happy. They very easily become happy, joyful, excited about things, because that's what we were meant to be doing. That's what we were meant to be able to. So this whole thing that's going on, which I experienced to my great surprise when I started to practice being happy again, after having lived for more than 20 years with not being happy, not being genuinely happy and joyful, is that it is met, and I have experienced this as a grown-up, so I remember it very vividly, and I still do get met by people's reactions to my enthusiasm, joy, excitement, with an attitude of that I'm naive, I'm childish, I must be stupid since I'm happy about things. There's this kind of contempt, and I'm triggering people with my happiness, which for a moment, if you think about it, how weird is that? But it's very, very true. People get triggered by happiness, joyfulness, openness, appreciation. So I want to say, please remember those children and how easily it comes to them. That's because we were meant to be able to be joyful, enthusiastic, excited, happy, appreciate things. That's what we were meant to be able to do, because we are also really, really fast at the negative emotions. So we have to have a balance, and this is our inborn natural balance. We should tap into our happiness, joyfulness, appreciation as often as we can, because it balances the whole thing out. It balances out our brain systems, our emotional systems, our central nervous system, and it gives us back quality of life. And how precious is that? Your quality, my quality of life. So precious. And you can get it back through allowing yourself to be happy about little things, about little gestures that people do, about a smile from a stranger, a person that you know that looks you in the eye and says, "How are you?" And they truly mean it. They want to know. Things like this. Slowly you can get your happiness back, and I hope that you have a lot of happiness, and that you have a lot of joy, and that you're bubbly and happy and enthusiastic about life. Because it's not a question of not noticing when things are wrong or bad or in a way that you would not prefer, so that you can act on it. It's not a question of that. It never was. It's a question of you taking that action, having that evaluation from a balanced place. And joy, happiness with things that you genuinely feel grateful for can do that. And I just want to bring your attention to it, because it's so interesting how often I get met by people being a little bit annoyed, a little bit provoked by happiness. And just think of the proof, the very, very compelling proof that we have now about gratitude. That it changes your brain. It changes your quality of life. It changes your outlook. It changes everything. Because we were meant to have it. So if you have it, yay! Hold on to it. It's precious. And if you can feel that you would like to have more, go for it. It was actually yours to begin with. Take it back. I hope you do. I hope you are well and that you've had a brilliant day.